So you guys want to grow your Facebook group, monetize it, and have a ton of people know who you are and have tons and tons of engagement and all that stuff. Well, guess what? I'm going to show you exactly what I do, how you can mimic it, and how you can get started right here, right now, today.
Welcome to the Roughnecks. I'm Rico, your ecom instructor. I'm a software engineer, a military veteran, and a six-figure ecom seller. I've helped over 400 students on Amazon alone, and thousands more make money online. If you need to know anything about making money, you're going to find it out right here.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Roughnecks Ecom channel. I am your host, 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘, aka Rico, and over here we talk about all things making money, whether that's making money online, offline, selling stuff on Shopify or Swapper or whatever. If that sounds good to you, make sure you subscribe, click the little notification bell, get into the free Facebook group below so I can drop some knowledge on you. Now, let's go ahead and let's get into the topic. You guys want to know how to grow a Facebook group. Now, some of you may have a Facebook group already. You're kind of struggling to get engagement. You know, you might have like 100 people in there and it just doesn't seem to be growing. Well, there's two trains of thought. You can do it organically or you can do it inorganic. All right. Organically would be you kind of promoting it, promoting it to your friends, going into Facebook groups in that particular niche, and then promoting it there like, hey, this is an awesome group. If you guys are looking for something else, you could definitely check this one out, which would be your group, but make sure you have permission from the person in charge. Now, we're gonna go ahead and get into a tutorial on how to go about doing all this. Now, the inorganic methods are a little bit more difficult because you kind of have to know what you're doing and what purpose you're doing it for. If you're trying to monetize the group or if you're just trying to share content and have a bunch of people talking and, just have conversations. So for me, it's to actually monetize the group, okay? Now, you want to give away tons of free value. You don't want to just like monetize a group and not help anybody and do all this stuff because it's kind of a douchey thing to do. But it is possible to, monetize a Facebook group and do it very efficiently, very effectively. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead, get into it so I can show you guys exactly what I do, how you can do it, when you should do certain things, when you should not do certain things, and how it all comes together for the greater good to grow your audience. Let's go. All right, people, so as promised, I'm going to show you exactly how to grow your Facebook groups effectively with organic, through organic means and inorganic means, and it's going to work great. All right, so you guys need to understand that it's gonna take some time organically, or it's gonna take money to do it otherwise. Okay, so before we begin, you have to kind of decide what you're gonna do. So for me, I knew spinning up a new page and a new group was going to be taxing, right? With two dudes, I had already grown that Facebook group to a few thousand members. I had already built up that Facebook page, and now I'm replicating it on my own, just trying to do it much quicker. So before you guys even think about beginning, you're going to need a Facebook page. And why is that important? Well, having a Facebook page allows you to interact with your audience and allows you to run ads. So even if you're trying to grow organically, so let's say you have Joe Schmo's car detailing, mobile car detailing, you want to have a Facebook page to showcase your talents and to showcase certain content. Like for me, I just post content. This comes from like my Instagram stuff. So this is my Instagram page here, and I just post content. As we go through, obviously it's not, this is a new page, so it's not all that just yet, but it's getting there. And over time, the more content you post, the more people are going to engage, which in turn you will hope that people will end up going to your groups, and joining your group. So it just takes a little while, people. It takes a little while, and that's how you're going to do it organically. You can also go into other Facebook groups as your Facebook page, join and start promoting there, as long as you have the permission of the group owners. So it takes a little while, but if you want to do it quickly, this is the method that you're going to do. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. Okay, so now that you have a Facebook page, you're going to go over to your Facebook ads, right? And this is going to be twofold. All right, so it's going to be in or out, all right, depending on what you're trying to do. So let's say you're trying to attract a audience that would buy a product to your to your Facebook group. Okay, so let's say, again, Joe Schmo Mobile Detailing, you might start a Facebook group for people that are detailing vehicles or whatever, and you want to drop detailing tips or just have general discussions on detailing. But ultimately, you want people in there that are going to buy
buy from you, maybe buy products that you are, promoting, stuff like that. So with that being said, you want to do this, okay? We're gonna come over here. You're gonna spin up a new ad campaign, all right? And you're not gonna go in the awareness tab. This is typically the cheapest route right here, brand awareness and reach, but that's not what we're looking for, guys. What we're looking for is engagement, okay? We want engagement, and what we want is page like. Why do we want page likes? Okay, when you get people to like your page, you can in turn invite them to your Facebook group, okay? Now, if you were just looking to get the most people in your Facebook group, regardless of whatever, if you're trying to sell to them or not, then you're gonna follow this strategy we're gonna gonna talk about. If you guys are doing something similar like I do, trying to help people in a specific niche, in a specific location, then you're gonna wanna do the other thing we're gonna talk about, okay? Just know you wanna do page likes. So let's just say, we're gonna leave this the same name. We're not even gonna change the name. This isn't a Facebook ads tutorial right now. This is just showing you exactly how to do it. You're obviously gonna name it something different. It would be like Joe Schmo page like campaign, whatever. So we're gonna continue, all right? So for your Facebook page, right? Now I have a buttload of Facebook pages here, but we're gonna go for Roughneck. This is the Roughneck page. It should be Roughneck Ecom. I'm actually battling Facebook right now for that. Your ad set name, whatever you're gonna call it. This could be the Joe Schmo mobile detailing, ad set 1 or page like 1 or whatever, whatever you decide to call it, okay? And if you have any custom audiences, this is going to be very important, because moving forward, so let's say you want to sell, a product to people that are in the US and Canada. You would choose people who are only in the US and Canada, okay? So that way, people that like your page, you can come back and create a new custom audience out of people that like your page. The traffic is going to be more expensive. I'm going to show you guys that in a bit with a campaign that I'm currently running. All right, if you guys are trying to sell anything, okay, trying to sell anything at all, specifically products, you're going to want to cater to the people that are going to buy your product. Granted, this is going to help with social proof, but it's going to be more expensive. Okay, if you want to get 100,000 page likes, then you're going to go with a different location. You're going to go with cheaper locations like India, the Philippines, and so on. For the most expensive locations are the United States, okay, where you're not going to be able to get page likes for less than a penny. Whereas if you go to India and other places, you're going to be able to do so. So let's say, you don't want this, right? So let's just say you're trying to go for the most, I'm saying the most page likes, because you don't necessarily care who's in your group. You just want to grow a big Facebook group and have all types of people talking in there. You're not trying to sell anything. You're not necessarily trying to provide too much value. You just want to grow a massive Facebook group, okay? And this is going to be the problem with a lot of people, because you're not going to be able to, most people don't know what they want to do with their Facebook group. They don't know if they want to monetize it or not. They just think having a Facebook group is going to be all honky-dory. Whatever, that's fine. Let's say you want to, outside of Joe Schmo, let's say you want to grow a group for people that like, I don't know, that like the weather, all right? That could be anywhere. Like maybe you just want to talk to people who like all types of weather, who cares? But if you're trying to grow that group and you're trying to grow it for cheap, you don't necessarily want to hit up the United States because it's the most expensive. Let's say you're gonna want to go with like India overall, India, the Philippines, oops, yeah, oh, I spelled it, not this. I want to go with the country, the Philippines, those types of places, because they're much, much cheaper, guys. India, the Philippines, very cheap. You can generally get page likes for less than 3 cents per page like, as opposed to in America where you're getting them for like anywhere from 15 to 30 cents, depending on your target audience, okay? So right here, you're going to go with like India, the Philippines, cheaper countries, Vietnam, wherever, America isn't for the most part. You're going to exclude America because you're not going to want that. And you're going to want to leave the age wide open, and you're going to want the genders to be wide open. Maybe you want people that speak English in your group. That might be helpful if you're an English speaking individual. So we'll go with English and whatever. So Amazon, e-commerce, entrepreneurship, stuff like that. I had these for different campaigns, but whatever. So let's just say you want to do weather. All right, people are interested in weather. Okay, so now you know. Now you know you can get a buttload of people, for cheap. This is gonna be cheap. Like this is gonna be ultra cheap. Like you're gonna be getting a buttload of page likes, and you can hit them up with this, like your daily budget. I mean, it depends on how much you have. Like I would recommend running at roughly $20 a day, just so you can get all as many page likes as humanly possible, because it's potentially you could get more than that. Like you might be able to get 2, 3, 4,000 page likes in a matter of whatever, in a matter of a day, in a matter of 24 hours. You might be able to get thousands and thousands of page likes based on your budget, especially if you're getting them for less than a penny. Okay, and why is that important? Because the more people that like your page, the more people that you can invite to your group, and the more people you have to potentially market to through a custom audience. Okay, remember, a custom audience. Now, for me, this isn't gonna work, all right? Because what I do is I coach people on, selling on Amazon, selling on Shopify and all that. And typically people in these places do not have the resources to carry that out. They may not be able to use certain payment processors. They may have a tougher time getting approved to sell on Amazon or whatever. So I don't necessarily cater to, the international crowd unless they are in like Canada, the UK, Australia. All right, basically English speaking places, because typically you can do business with them a little bit easier. So for me, in my case, I would not go for these people. I would go for, people who live in the United States. Okay, so the United States overall. Notice how the page likes drop significantly based on just that. Nothing else changed. Nothing else changed whatsoever. Not the interest didn't change, nothing. The page likes dropped like a stone because it is more expensive to get these likes over here in the United States. But for me, and maybe Joe Schmo's mobile auto detailing, he might be looking for the United States, or maybe he's looking for someone specific. Let's say he's in Pennsylvania, let's say he's in Philadelphia, he's in Philadelphia. Okay, and that's it. Like he only wants to market to people in Philadelphia within a 25-mile radius. He doesn't want to drive too far. Okay, he only wants people in that radius. This is going to help him in the future with those page likes, where he can create a custom audience, and then through that custom audience, he could potentially create a lookalike audience. So it's gonna vary. We'll get into that, later on. But for now, just know that you may want to just cater to people in a certain area, with your Facebook group. Who knows? But if that's what you're trying to do, like for me, it's, the United States, but for Joe Schmo mobile auto detailing, it may be Philadelphia. So we're going to go with the United States for me. Oh man, I can't spell, but United States for me. Okay. Page likes drop significantly. And this is it. I'm going to run for weather, and we're going to exclude people who already like your page. Okay, exclude those people, because you don't want to market to people that have already liked your page. It is kind of a pain in the patoot. Don't do it. All right. So now that you have that out of the way, okay, now that you set your campaign up, you're like, all right, I'm going to be getting page likes, so on and so forth. As you can see here, I have a campaign running right now. I'm getting them at 31 cents. I could probably get this lower if I refined everything, but at this stage, I don't necessarily care. This is cheap enough to where it's not bothering me, but not to the point where I'm like, I need to refine. Okay, so this I could probably get lower. I could probably get that down into like the 20 something. Like this will probably dip down to like 25 at certain points, which is good, which is fine for American traffic, for who I am advertising to. Okay, now with this being said, now that I have that, we're gonna go over here to my Facebook group. Okay, see, so I have roughly almost 2,000 page likes. Now, why is this important? Why did I tell you guys set up a Facebook page? Why did I tell you to run, why did I tell you to have content on your Facebook page if you're going to be doing it organically? Because people are going to see this, obviously. But why did I tell you to set up your ads campaigns and all this other stuff? Why? Because of this. Now, as you guys are going to see here, I have all these people that have liked my page. Now, since I'm here in my Facebook group, on my page, I can just start inviting people. I can just invite, and you'll probably see this number go up depending on, if people are active right now. It is kind of late on a Monday, but we are going to see. So let's go ahead, let's That's just invite. And that's what you do, guys. Like, you invite people that like your page, and you can only invite so many people at a time. You're not going to be able to invite every single person, you know, that's liked your page right then and there. So you're going to do this a few times a day. But look, 2,000, you know, almost 2,000 people like my page. So I can continue just doing this, you know, already invited to the group. Cool. You know, so now I can just keep inviting people, and guess what? The group will grow. The group is going to grow much quicker if you do this than trying to do it old school, you know, trying to do it organically, which you can do if you advertise in other people's groups and you have their permission. You know, you can definitely grow your own Facebook group. It's not going to be super difficult, but I would not recommend, you know, going the old school route if you have any type of budget. If you have like $100 to $200 laying around, this could be potentially your, you know, your best method of making that happen. So hopefully you guys have found this informative. Maybe this will help you out. So remember, when you're doing your marketing, when you're trying to figure out who to advertise to for page likes, you're going to either be going very broad marketing just for the page likes, so that way you can get a ton of social proof, or potentially just get a lot of people in your Facebook group. Doesn't necessarily matter if you're going to be selling to them or not. You just want to grow a very large Facebook group of people that are, you know, semi-engaged. Or you can do what I'm doing and focus on people who are in your specific niche, as with me, entrepreneurs. So I'm going to focus on entrepreneurship, people who are interested in like Amazon, and there you go. Those two things, they work well together, and those are the people that I want to focus on. Okay, I want to intersect that group, Amazon and entrepreneurship, because those people are generally interested in selling on Amazon or doing anything related to Amazon that helps them make money. So at that point, those are the people I am going to market to, and those are the people that are going to be the most receptive in my Facebook group, who may or may not want, you know, coaching or something along those lines. Okay, so again, that's what you should do. If you're just trying to grow a massive Facebook group and you want to have tons and tons of social proof, tons and tons of page likes, then guess what? You're going to go with India, the Philippines, you know, places like that, because it's very cheap. Very cheap to get page likes, period. End of discussion. Very cheap to get page likes. Whereas in America, it's not so cheap. It's going to cost you almost an arm and a leg in most cases. Kind of suck. But you are going to get people that are specific to what you're trying to do, especially if you're trying to sell something to them in the long run, after, you know, you provided enough, you know, enough value to where they see that you could help them in an area that they may, you know, need help on. So hopefully that has helped you guys out and given you all the information that you need to go and do something on your own. All right. So always, guys, check out the links below. Get into the Facebook group, shameless plug. You know, make sure you guys check out, you know, my Instagram. You guys can add me on Facebook. I'm always around. If you guys have any questions, shoot them. Make sure you guys subscribe and click the notification bell, because if you were not part of the Xbox One S giveaway, just know I'm going to hook you guys up. There's going to be another giveaway coming, so just be on the lookout for that. So be safe, be smart. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.